Situations change. This is a story of a cobbler and a king. There was a king who loved to go hunting, but he had put a condition for himself. He did not want his people to come with him. So on this particular day, he started out for his hunt. He was out on his horse riding, going towards the huge jungle which he wanted to visit. And on the way, suddenly he saw that there was one poor man who was sitting under a banyan tree just trying to put out all his things as though getting ready for work. At that same moment, that person also saw the king and he was so happy. He said, "What a wonderful day! How lucky am I! Oh my God, I get to see the king as the first person that I meet early in the morning. My day is made." So he went running to the king. He bowed low and he said, "Your Honor, what a great day for me. Today, can you imagine a poor cobbler like me gets a chance to meet the king, to see the king as the first person in the morning? Sir, I am a cobbler. Will you please allow me to polish your shoes?" The king thought, let him be happy. If he feels happy by just polishing my shoes, so be it. So the king said, "Okay, go ahead." The cobbler polished the king's shoes to the best of his capability. The king then rode away. He went to the jungle. It was a beautiful day, blue skies, birds chirping, and huge trees. The king roamed around in the jungle the whole day. He went to the stream to allow his horse to drink water. He sat under a shady tree and he was feeling so nice and at peace with himself, full of happiness and a lot of good cheer. He was feeling, oh my God, today is such a different day. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so happy. Like this, he kept on roaming around the whole day in the jungle. Soon it was time for the sun to set. He decided now it's time to go home. So he rode out of the jungle, just humming a tune to himself. By the time he reached the palace, suddenly a thought came in his mind. He said, "Oh my God, I went out to hunt and I did not see a single animal today. I did not hunt a single animal today. And my servants in the palace are going to make fun of me that the king went out for a hunt and he came back empty-handed. What happened? This has never happened before. How could this happen?" He was totally perplexed. He started thinking, what could be the reason? Suddenly, he thought that whose face did I see in the morning as the first person? Who was the one whom I met? And then he realized that he had seen a cobbler who came to polish his shoes. Immediately the king said, "So now I know the reason. That cobbler is a very unlucky person. Look at him. The moment I set my eyes on him as the first person in the morning that I see, and I go to the jungle, and what is the net result? I don't get a chance to kill a single animal. This cobbler is very, very unlucky. I have to do something about him." So now his ego was satisfied that he was not at fault. It was the unlucky cobbler because of whom he could not kill a single animal. Immediately he called his minister and he said, "You go immediately to that cobbler's house and get him. That unlucky fellow, he spoilt my whole day. I could not hunt a single animal, which had never happened before in my life." Minister said, "Fine." So minister went and he brought back the cobbler. The cobbler started crying. He was, shaking with fear and he folded his hands. He pleaded, "Your Honor, what have I done? My Lord, what have I done?" He said, "See, you are a very unlucky person. You are the first person I met in the morning?" He said, "Yes, my Lord. And see the net result. I could not kill a single animal. It's a different thing that I was feeling great throughout the day and I roamed around in the jungle and I felt I was so happy. But oh my God, I went there with an aim. I wanted to hunt. And what was the net result? You are responsible for it. You are a very unlucky person. So I am giving you a death sentence." The cobbler cried a lot. He said, No, please don't give me a death sentence." He said, "Yes, that is what you deserve." And he told the minister, "Take him, put him in the prison, and 2 days from today, just hang him until death." The cobbler had no choice. The minister took him to the prison and locked him up. On the eve of the day when he was to be hanged, suddenly the king thought to himself that I am a very just king and I am a very nice person, and I know there is a rule that a person who has to be hanged, his last wish should be fulfilled. So he called his minister and he said, "You go to the cobbler and ask him what is his last wish and tell him the king wishes to fulfill his last wish." So the minister went and he met the cobbler there and he said, "You know what? You're such a lucky guy. Our king is so kind. He has sent me to ask you what is your last wish and he wants to fulfill it. So tell me, what is your last wish?" The cobbler thought for a second and then he said, "Sir, I have a very, very small wish." He said, "What is it? Out with it." The cobbler said, "I want to meet the king for one last time before I die. But there is a condition to it. I would like to meet him alone. Nobody should be around." He said, "What kind of a wish is this?" He said, "Yes, this is my only wish. So please, sir, go and tell the king." So the minister went to the king and told him. The king said, "What a funny wish. Anyway, I will honor his wish." And the king went there. After he went there, he asked the prisoner, "Okay, what is it that you want to say?" The cobbler said, "My wish is very simple, my lord. But you have to promise me that whatever I ask you, you give me a promise that you'll do it that way." He said, "Okay, I promise you. What is your wish? At least tell that. You tell me your wish, and if by chance you're thinking that you will ask me to cancel your death sentence, that is not going to happen. So ask me anything except that." The cobbler said, No, that is not my wish." He said, "Then what is it? Tell me." So the cobbler said, "My lord, please do not tell anyone the reason why you gave me the death sentence. Do not let anyone know that you felt that I was such an unlucky person because of whom you could not kill a single innocent animal in the jungle, though you yourself said that you felt happy the whole day. But because you could not kill a single animal, you felt that I am a very unlucky person and I deserve a death sentence. This is my only wish. And you have promised me, my lord. So you have to honor." He said, "Of course, when I give a promise, I honor." "Okay, I will not tell anyone. But please tell me why are you asking me this? What kind of a wish is this? Why should I not tell people why I've given you the death sentence? You have to answer me this question." The cobbler said, "My lord, people are not as intelligent as you. They are very, very ordinary people living in this kingdom. And when they hear the reason why you gave me a death sentence, they might start thinking that, oh my God, our king is a very dangerous and a very unlucky person. If anyone sees him as the first person in the morning, oh my God, he can be so unlucky for any one of us that we can get a death sentence." That poor cobbler, he had done nothing. And in spite of the fact that the king had a great time, he just gave him a death sentence. So the king is a very unlucky person because the cobbler also saw the king's face as the first person's face in the morning. And see what happened? And my lord, if this kind of a rumor spreads all over the kingdom and to the neighboring kingdoms, your name will be ruined and people will start calling you a very unlucky king and will start avoiding you. And I don't want that to happen. I really care for you. I like you a lot. I respect you a lot, my lord. So please do not tell anyone that this was the reason why you gave me the death sentence. And that is all. This is my last wish." The king went back to the palace and then he started thinking that, oh my God, see, everybody interprets the same thing in a different way. And really, if all the people in the kingdom start thinking that I am the one who is unlucky because of me, a poor cobbler got a death sentence, this kind of rumor will really bring down my name like anything, and I will not know what to do about it. I will not be able to stop it. He started feeling very, very restless, and then he realized his own mistake and he said, that it is so silly to think that some other person is unlucky. Who decides who is unlucky? Immediately, the king felt a lot of remorse. He called his minister in the middle of the night and said, "You go to that cobbler and tell him that his death sentence has been cancelled. Give him a lot of good clothes and bring him dressed well to me in the morning." So the minister went and he told the cobbler, and next day he brought him to the king's palace, and the king said, "Thank you, my friend. You opened my eyes. I was going to take a very, very wrong decision. Thank you for bringing me to my senses. So now you are a free man. I will always take care of you. You go home happily." And he gave him a lot of wealth, and the cobbler went away. Friends, this is a story. What does it try to tell us? If I were to share my take on this, I would say that each one of us faces many difficult situations in life. And effective communication teaches us that if we can keep our cool and we change the interpretation of the same situation in a different way, think about it in a different way, and have the courage and the confidence to say it in front of the other person, no matter what is his stature or position. He was the king, so what? You may have your boss that you have to tackle, you may have your colleagues, your family members, your friends, doesn't matter. Whatever you feel about the situation, if you can communicate it effectively in a very calm manner, you can change the situation in your favor. That is why it is said the situations change. Never say die attitude can help you to survive in any difficult situation. This is my take. Yours could be different. So think over it. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for that, listen carefully, interpret, adapt, and grow. Thank you. A little about the institute, about us. The name of my institute is Mrs. Surabhi Banerjee's Spoken English Classes, established in 1980. And the name of our training program is Enhance Your English. We have classes both online as well as offline. And our client list comprises of professionals, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, and people from all walks of life. For so many years, for this last 45 years that I have been working as a communication coach in my institute, I have trained people from different walks of life, and they have all blossomed into the real person that they wish to be. So if you wish to enhance your English or your communication skills, not just English, please feel free to contact us. The contact number is given below. Thank you.